Hi, this is Brandon from Tatog Tech, back here again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install Virtualbox 7.0 on a Ubuntu or Debian-based Linux system. Now, the reason this came up for me was because recently I went to install Ubuntu on a laptop, went to go install VirtualBox on that laptop, and the version that was installed by just using sudo apt install VirtualBox was version 6.1.38. The primary machine that I use is a Windows machine, and that one has 7.0.4, which I've been using since November. Since November, I have created multiple different virtual machine images, those OVA files, and when I went to go import them into 6.1.38, I kept getting an error. So what it appears is that with VirtualBox, you can take machine images from older versions, bring them into newer versions, but you can't take ones that were created in a newer version and take them back to an older version. So we need to go ahead and make sure that we have matching versions between the two machines so that this is not going to be an issue. So the first thing that we're going to want to go ahead here and do is we're going to want to go ahead and download the package signing key for VirtualBox. We're going to use this command here. We're going to be using the wget command, which is actually just going to pull it directly from that server. So let's give it just a second here to go ahead and actually download. Recently, there has been some slowdowns with VirtualBox's servers. I've run this a few times, and it's hit or miss with how long it's going to take, and sometimes it doesn't download at all. Well, this time it just took a little bit, and we did successfully get it. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go ahead and convert that PGP key, which is the format that it came downloaded from the website, into a GPG format. So to do that, we're going to use a combination of commands here. We're going to use cat. We're going to go ahead and cat that file, which is going to open it up. We're going to use GPG --dearmor, which is actually going to go ahead and convert the PGP key into a GPG key. And then we're going to go ahead and use the T command to go ahead and actually create a file that's going to include that GPG key. And we're not going to be creating it in our current directory. We're actually going to be putting it inside of the actual keyring file, so that when it goes to reach out to this mirror, it's going to be like, oh, hey, yep, this is the correct one. So we got to put it in the correct place. So that's what the user share keyrings and then VirtualBox GPG is going to be, that actual file. We're going to go ahead and shoot that. We're going to go ahead and shoot that through devnull, and then we're going to use 2 and then the less than, then and 1, because that's going to go ahead and actually take it, take our output and put it back into this actual file. And if you notice here, in our current directory, we only have the file that we got directly from the server. Now, if we go to user share keyrings, we can actually see it there now, VirtualBox GPG. So this is exactly where it needs to be. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and create a file to go ahead and add the PPA, which is actually the mirror that we're going to be pulling this file from, this application from. All right, and we're going to go ahead and use Vim for this particular example. You can use Vim, Nano, gedit, any flavor that you want. It all works just fine. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this. We're going to go ahead and add this to the file. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save that. All right, this is just going to be telling it where to go to actually get that VirtualBox image. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of there and save that. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and run a sudo apt update to refresh the apt cache. Okay, and there it goes. And now let's go ahead and use sudo. Well, actually, first, let's go ahead and actually run that query that we ran earlier again, where we searched for VirtualBox. Apt search VirtualBox. We're going to do a grep. All right, and here we go. Now we actually have two versions in here now that weren't there before, which is this VirtualBox 6.1 and VirtualBox 7.0. So we got to make sure that when we're installing it that we're using 7.0 to make sure that we're getting the correct and most up-to-date version. So then we're going to use sudo apt install VirtualBox 7.0, and then we'll hit enter and let it do its thing. %, nice. All right, 92%. I just want to go ahead and let this finish so I can actually show you. All right, there we go. Let's just get rid of that because it's not relevant to us. All right, let's go to help about VirtualBox and boom, 7.0.4. We now have the exact same version on this machine that I do on the Windows machine. And the great thing about doing it this way by adding the actual the mirror, or what we should be calling a repository, is that it's going to be able to pull updates directly from there. Now, say if you'd gone to VirtualBox's website, downloaded the .deb file, and then installed it that way, you're not necessarily going to be getting the updates directly. You're going to have to go and reinstall that. Now, with this way, we can just go ahead and update that through apt, and we're not going to have any issues. So that's all I had for you today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.